Hey guys, let me just open the comments. So, welcome to today's episode of the reunion, Big Brother Nigeria reunion. I don't know about you guys, but the highlight of the show for me today was Wathoni saying Kid cannot afford her, and Erica responding with, "Are you for sale?" I'm just going to put that on screen for you guys to see because that was actually pretty funny because this whole yeah kids can't afford me. Wathoni said, Erica said, "Are you for sale?" So let me just play the video for you guys to see.
So there was a situation where kid can't afford me. So please let me finish. So there was a
I don't know why I kind of felt good about that part because Wathoni is always, I don't know, since Wathoni came out, she has been about this whole thing of people affording her, not affording her. I think this is the third time she's making that statement of somebody not being able to afford her. Like, yo, okay, let me just leave it that way. But this whole idea of housemates coming out of the house and now referring to the whole thing like, oh, this person cannot afford me, this person cannot pay my bills, this person is now this person is now that. It doesn't make sense. Like, own up to your shit and move on. Or just like there's no point down talking somebody. Do you understand? So let's now go back to the main content of today's show. I just wanted to highlight the whole he cannot afford me stuff. But let me just confirm if this thing, if it's actually like, if it's live streaming because I scheduled it to go live, and then I also need to know why is it not live? Oh, is it live? Uh, hmm, excellent connection. No, it's not made for kids. Okay. I also need to know if you guys can hear me. Okay. I also need to know if you guys can hear me. Just let me know if you can hear me. Okay, it's live. Okay. I can see it now. If you guys can, okay. For the fact that I said it's live means that you can hear me. So let me go ahead with my presentation. So today was not as dramatic as we've been like talking about these things like, oh, it's going to be dramatic this week, we're going to see Genge. It was actually calmer than I thought because of how everybody just handled everything. Nello okay, yeah. So, welcome to me J Tomiwa Sufa Rao. Welcome guys. Yeah. So I'm going to attend to comments like later. So let me continue my presentation. So they started with Wathoni and Erica. They asked Wathoni about Erica, like, what's up with you guys? Because it's almost like there's a bit of tension there. You guys know that they had tension in the house. That's Wathoni and Erica. So they asked Wathoni, what's up? And Wathoni was like, Erica told her that she didn't want to sit beside her. That's tonight. Okay, not tonight per se, but like in this particular episode of the show, Erica said she didn't want to sit beside Wathoni, and Wathoni was like, she was trying to understand what the issue was there because she felt like they were now good. So she didn't understand all the everything. So as she was talking, she was trying explaining what she was explaining, and Erica was responding to, and then Erica was not telling her to like say the truth because Watoni was trying to narrate all that they had in the house. Like to her, she felt like Erica had an issue with her because of Kidwire. She was now narrating all the kiss episode that they had when they were playing their truth or their games. And then Erica now told her that for the I think Erica has told her this thing like 20 times. I don't have a problem with you and Kid. Like there's no issue there. Like you and Kid, there's no issue there. My problem is with how you treat me. You understand? And I can remember several different episodes where Watoni was trying to like be petty towards Erica and kids, and then Erica took offense. That's when they now had that their fight. I feel like their fight went out of hand. But Watoni was always making it about kid, like, okay, it's because of kid, it's because of kid. And I actually felt like Erica did not have any issue with Watoni and Kid. The only person I know that Erica had an issue with in with respect to Kid was Nengi, not Watoni. I don't think she felt any kind of way about Watoni and Kid because there was really nothing there. Watoni and Kid, they were flirting. Kid was flirting with Watoni like the first week. I don't know if that continued to like the second week, but like there was a little bit of flirting there, but that was it. And it was she was always making it about kids. So if you can ask Kidwaya, what's up? I'm sure when Kidwaya heard the whole Kidwaya when Kidwaya heard Watoni saying that she cannot afford me, she thank you, James Thomas. Thank you. So I'm sure when Kidwaya heard that, when Kidwaya heard that Watoni said he cannot afford me, Kidwaya will be like, okay. Because I still don't understand this whole statement of you cannot afford me. Like, yo. So that's just Kidwa just gave his own views. Like for him, he doesn't really see like if they decide that they are not going to be close or friends or anything, that's fine. Because Erica was saying that she just didn't feel like she needed to reach out to Watoni. Ibuka asked her whether she felt like she needed to reach out to Watoni or why she didn't reach out to Watoni because of what she had seen. According to Erica, she saw a video where Watoni was insinuating that she and Kid they had things under the sheets, they had sex and all of that. So that's what got to her. That's Erica because according to Watoni, they had made out like they had made up. What am I even saying? They had made up, not made out. Not made out. They had made up when they left the house. So she didn't understand why Watoni Erica was now like carrying face for her. So Erica was now explaining that it was the video she saw, like Watoni's interview that she saw, referring to the fact that she and Kid had things under the sheets. You know that Watoni is always bringing up those things like, oh, this happened. I remember when Watoni said that Erica and Kidwaya have been doing things under the bed sheets, or she has been hearing noises, or she has been seeing things. So I think that's what got to Erica. So that's it for Watoni and Erica. Kiwa just said that he doesn't understand why Watoni is always making it about him. It's as if Watoni likes him a lot. Watoni just likes to mention his name a whole lot because she's always making it about him. She's always the one mentioning his name. And then Watoni now made a statement that there's something that Kidwaya said that got to her. And Kidwaya was like, I can't remember the exact statement. Something like Wathoni is weak or something like that. Then Kidwaya said, yeah, but that's what it is. Wathoni and Kidwaya's issue. There's nothing there. Let's now talk about the main people. No. That was V. Let me just talk about V and Erica first. Let me go accordingly how it was shown to us today. So let me now talk about V and Erica. I actually like the way they both handled it. They were plain, honest. There's nothing here. She's not my friend. I'm not her friend. Nothing. And everybody was like, okay. Everybody was fine with it. Erica said, like with respect to V, she doesn't care about her. Like she doesn't see why. Because Ibuka likes Aproko. Ibuka likes Aproko very, very much. Because somebody will make a statement like, there's no friendship here. That's why I'm not talking to her. Ibuka will not say, but there was a time that this happened, and then that. I'm like, Ibuka, they've answered you now. You just want to bring something out from these people's mouth. That's how Ibuka is. It's like Ibuka is just here for the drama, here for the battles. They're not see this whole reunion is not really about uniting anybody, to be honest. They should just call this thing BBN Basbos or Big Brother Part 2. Because I don't see any uniting happening here, apart from the fact that Erica and Wathoni made up. Oh, it's true. Erica and Wathoni, they actually made up. They hugged. Let me see if I have that. Do I have that file? Nah, I don't have it. Erica and Wathoni, they shall made up. They hugged and everything, and they got over all their stuff. Victor Odizuru, what time? I don't understand the question. Sandra, Salami, welcome, 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 guys. So Erica and Wathoni, they made up, they hugged, they kissed. Oh, they didn't kiss, they hugged. I just used the word kiss because like we kiss, we make up and everything, but they made up. So they asked Erica about V, and she's like, they're not just friends, and like she doesn't feel the need to talk to her or anything. Like she doesn't see her. She doesn't even know her. She doesn't know her. She doesn't see her. They are not just friends, and she doesn't really care. Like because of Erica said that she gets bad energy from her, and that for her she just feels like this person doesn't like me, you know. So there's no point, or this person gives off some kind of bad energy. She feels some kind of bad energy coming from this person. So there's no need for us to be friends or anything. And they asked V. V now said the same thing that for her, she also doesn't see her. Like she's all about her career and everything, but she doesn't see Erica too. Which I think, yeah, obviously, both of them don't like each other. So it makes sense that they're being honest about it, not to come and be acting like maybe there's a friendship there when there's none. So V now highlighted the fact that for her, she didn't feel like she said anything off key about like Erica, because in the house, you guys remember on the Sunday where they asked V about like all the things she was saying about Erica, V said for her she was just protecting her friend, which is Laycon. So according to V, she said she even had a conversation with Erica later on, talking about the fact that okay, this is just me protecting my friend, no hard feelings and all. Then the next Sunday, it was almost like Erica wanted to obviously repay what she did to her by with the whole new situation. So I think that's where she now took the cue to like start all the things she was doing. To be honest, to be very, very honest, V said a whole lot about Erica, but I'm kind of like understanding her personality a little bit. She's somebody that can be over the top, like very dramatic about like anything. So in that situation, like she was really, really on about it. And actually, icons don't come for me. Let me just say my mind now. So I actually kind of blame Laycon for some of the things that V did. Because if you don't take this babe's matter to this girl, then she would not obviously address her in such a manner. So if the fact that Laycon is coming to tell V what he's telling her, like with regards to Erica, obviously V will have her own opinions based on what Laycon is telling her. And now that's where they will now give room to talk about her, and then V will now say those things that she said about her. So somehow, Laycon is obviously in the middle of all of this. I wouldn't say I blame Laycon completely. Obviously, you want to talk to somebody with your issues, but the part I feel wasn't really cool is the fact that you know that this person doesn't like Erica. So obviously, if you go and meet this person with Erica's issue, she's definitely going to have something negative to say. So it's almost like he liked her bringing that negative energy, so it will help him heal. So maybe that was his own way of healing. Like, okay, if this person tells me something negative about her, then maybe I'll just see the negative side of this person, and then maybe it will just help me get over her. Or something. I don't know. I don't know his thought. I don't know what his thought process was at the time, but I just know that it was always when maybe he goes to tell her about something about Erica, and then she will now see the things that she said about Erica. Victor Odizuru, I can't show you full clips because they're going to take this video down. Not only are they going to take this video down, I'm also going to get a copyright strike. And getting a copyright strike is actually dangerous for my channel. So, but I'm going to show you guys some videos at some point. Like I just have like 2 short video clips of Erica and Laycon's parts that I'm going to show you guys. But I can't really say I can't really say I can't really show you guys everything. So coming over to Erica and Laycon, which to me they are the main people that we wanted to see tonight. They asked Erica about Laycon, and she was like she was being expressive about how she felt. According to her, Erica asked them whether they've talked since, and she's like they haven't talked since. She at some point during their conversation she called him a pretender, all of that. Let me just show you guys that particular video first.
Kid, see,
No, that's not the video.
why are you pretending in front of the cameras, and then if you really wanted to talk to me, I'll tell her she's smart, she's this, she's strong. So, please, are we not on the same group chat, Uncle? Why are you pretending in front of the cameras? And then, if you really wanted to talk to me, you would have spoken to me. Don't say if.
So that was Erica and Laycon's part. It got pretty intense at some point. It got pretty intense at some point. Uh, so let me just remove that part from the camera. So it got pretty intense at some point. So how did we get here? How did we get to this point where she's like, "Why are you pretending? Why did she say this particular thing?" So when they asked her about Laycon, she was like, she they asked her whether they've talked, and she's like, they haven't talked. Like she, herself and Laycon, they haven't talked anything out. They haven't sorted their issues, nothing, and she doesn't feel the need for them to even speak. That if she's getting bad energy from a particular person, then there's no point for her to even. There's no point for them to talk. Do you understand? So obviously, Ebuka will push now. He kept pushing. And then Laycon now gave his own speech. Let me play Laycon's part. Let me show you guys his own speech.
Add
Let me take that back.
what happened could have been avoided. What happened could be mended, should be mended, would probably be mended at a point. But for where me I'm at right now personally, I'd rather have everybody behind me, everybody that supports me, everybody.
Let me just stop playing it at this point because I could get a copyright strike at some point. So basically, Laycon is saying that what happened between himself and Erica could have been avoided and could be mended and probably would be mended at some point. So from Lacon's angle, there's room for reconciliation between himself and Erica, right? But from Erica's angle, she's saying that there's no because Ibuka also asked her whether she sees anything happening, like any reconciliation happening, and she's like she doesn't see it because of the fact that um she just feels like Laycon is pretending for the cameras and all of that. And if he wanted to speak to her, he would have done that. That she saw a video where he was saying that if he had the chance to talk to Erica, he would have. I can't really remember her exact words, but basically he was referring to like having the chance to talk to Erica. So Erica was like, "We're on the same group chat, so if you wanted to reach out to me, you'd have been able to reach out to me." Then that's when Laycon was now referring to the fact that he's all about his music and he hasn't really put that in his heart or his mind. So Laycon was just basically talking about the fact that he's all about his career, it's all about his music, which I think makes sense. Actually, somehow Laycon actually puts the fire like down because I feel like if he was on about the issue, obviously it would have extended. So he was like, he has been on about his career and everything. Then there's another part that was very important. So Erica said was talking about the fact that she apologized to Laycon when she left the house. Or no, she was actually she was talking about the fact that she was sorry about the situation. That even before she left the house, she apologized to everybody. When at the time they disqualified her, she apologized to Laycon, she apologized to everybody. And then when she even came out, the first video that she made, she also apologized to him, like saying, I think I can't remember the exact thing she said, but she said she apologized to him, which I remember her saying something like, I remember her apologizing. So, but on leaving that interview and seeing certain videos, she was like, she has been fooled basically. Like seeing certain things that she saw that he said about her or something, that she just felt fooled. She felt stupid for like apologizing and all of that, like apologizing to Laycon. And then she also said something. She also said another thing. She said so many things. So they just had their conversation, and from Erica's point of view, she feels like there's no room, like there's no way they're going to reconcile. From Laycon's point of view, he's like, you know, All About My Music. He also mentioned that he did not see that apology video that Erica put out. And then Erica is like, well, I watched all your videos of you saying rubbish. And I'm like, Erica, oh. So let me just give my own views. Laycon said he's not in for Erica anymore and that he's not thinking about Erica but his career. Okay, yeah, let me show this comment. Laycon said, what's the problem with Tivaj for always insulting me? I beg, tell me, please. I don't know Tivaj's problem. Guy is too intelligent. Oh my god, I've seen a lot of Laycon is American insults. So let me just say my own point of view. So basically, I feel like Laycon just wanted peace to reign, right? So it's one thing to say that you've moved past something. It's another thing to address the issue. So from Lacon's point, he wasn't even ready to address anything like, yo, I'm all about my music, I'm all about my career. And then from Erica's point of view, she just said things that got to her and how they got to the point that they are now, which Erica is usually very extreme. Erica is usually very extreme in things that she says. So obviously there are certain things that she said that she shouldn't have said, like, watching all your videos of you saying rubbish. I just think that when she's angry and she's saying something, like she's trying to pass a message and she's angry about something, she can use words that probably should not be used. And that's where the problem is, because it's one thing for you to be angry with somebody and you're expressing yourself. It's another thing to use like harsh words, which is what Erica does that maybe needs to be worked on. Then in from Lacon's angle, Laycon did not even address it at all, which I still think that as much as they're trying to focus on your career, there are certain things that you can just, literally open up about it. Because obviously this got to you and he hasn't said anything about it. So I feel like they both had their faults in the house. I actually really, really, really liked Laycon and Erica's friendship. That's why this thing is even getting to me. Like, obviously I know that at this point, there's no form of reconciliation that can happen, because since the history of Big Brother, I've not seen where two people that do not exactly like each other come out and they reconcile. And why is this? Because of fans. Fans can never ever allow them to come together and reconcile. I'll attend to the comments. I'll attend to the comments very soon. So, like I said, two people that do not like each other, once they come out, there's no room for reconciliation outside, because fans are not going to allow them to reconcile. Either fans always obviously tell this other person like several things, they'll show this person several things, show this person several things. Once the fans keep fighting, it's hard for both of them. Although I feel like maybe if they come together in the same space, have some conversation, or people see them together, like at different points, just being cool, then maybe the fans can like try to be cool. But there's no more room for that. Although I feel like they may be able to make it work, but I've not seen it though. Messi and Tacha, they are still not. They are still like this. Alex and Sisi, they are still like this. I've not seen where any reconciliation. So obviously, I don't expect these people to like be cool again. Although I really liked their friendship. They had Erica was Lacon's biggest fan at the beginning. She's the one that used to cheer him up. And then he was always, always trying to find out how she's doing. He was he was very caring towards her. So, man, I've not seen all the other scenarios where people do not like each other. We knew from the beginning they were not friends. But this one, they were friends. How can a friendship grow so sour and just like it's so weird? So weird. She said she took her apology back, but she crossed the line. Okay, let me just go through the comments. Let me just go through the comments and see what you guys are saying. James said, "Up Laycon all the way from United States." Up Laycon all the way from United States. It's not Laycon's fault. Erica is just dark-hearted. If it was someone else, she would behave differently. That's from AA. Erica verbally insulted Laycon for 4 hours straight. Now let me talk about this. Ms. Thomas diary. Erica insulted that day was intense. I think it was extremely intense. I feel like she went way too far with the insults, regardless of whatever Laycon might have said or whatever she felt towards Laycon. That day, she went way too far. She just kept pouring insult, pouring insult, pouring insult. I actually feel like all the things she did that day was just a build up from different angles. It's not only Laycon that was her problem, obviously. Nana, it's not only Laycon that was her problem. There were so many other things surrounding the situation, and the fact that Laycon was not also giving her the audience that she wanted made her like go way further. So for that particular night, I don't support like all the crazy insults, but I feel like they both moved on from the situation. Obviously, if the reunion did not come today, they will not be here addressing it. So honestly, don't agree. This Legon usually stopped free from bad mouthing Erica. Lua, yeah, Lekon did not stop V from bad mouthing Erica, but obviously, if you keep going to the same person knowing that she will insult the person, then it's better to avoid that. Do you understand? Hmm. I'm wondering which video Erica is referring to about Lekon bad mouthing her. Okay, so I think in terms of Lekon and Erica's issue, I let me just open this comment. I'm wondering which video Erica is referring to. I think this whole thing started when Ibuka came to the house and he mentioned that Lekon was saying that she tried to kiss him like several times, and Lekon was not addressing it. That part, I don't think Lekon did well. At least, even if you don't address it that night, Erica was like fuming and everything. Like, when did I try to kiss you? And several times that she remembers trying to kiss him at the party. I mean, she remembered they almost had a kiss. I mean, they were dancing, like having their romantic dance at the party. But for him to have said that she tried to kiss him like more than once or something like that, she wanted to hear from him. Now he didn't say anything that night, which I actually feel like yes, he shouldn't have addressed it that night. But like, if you still didn't address it the next day, the next day, until after like a week, and that's when that whole drunk situation happened. So I personally feel like maybe if he had like gone to talk to her, if they had had a conversation prior to what happened before the disqualification, it may have reduced the intensity of the issue. But she heard what she heard from Ebuka, and you know that Ebuka, when he's coming to say something, he says it in a very, I don't know the kind of way he says it, but he just says it in a very, he makes it seem maybe deeper than it is. So obviously, Erica already had only heard from Ebuka, so I feel like maybe he would have addressed it. Abiodun, what's the problem with V Tiba always insulting me? I don't know what that problem is. No, I think Lakon thought V dismay was just cruise. But V was right though. Erica didn't rate Lakon from day one. Light on. I disagree. I think Erica was Lakon's biggest fan, to be honest. Um Lakon is the man of the moment, and his mood for now is career development and not Erica issues. I understand, like, you can be all about your career and still address certain things. That's why you're at the reunion. Do you get? That's the point of the. I don't know. And Lakon is at DBC Oloro. So Lakon is always taking Erica to the cleaners, providing maturity and advancement all the time. My advice for Erica, please let the beef die and embrace Lakon at DBC. Babe, if Erica reached out, would Erica if Laycon reached out, would Erica have responded? She most likely would have rubbished the guy. Yeah, I actually think that if Laycon reached out, maybe Erica would have not given him room to even speak. So it's better. I'm not even saying that. I'm not even saying that I would have liked them to even like talk. I actually like the fact that they're giving each other their space. If they've decided to just move on from it, fine. Even Kid Wire said that they are, however they feel, that's their own feeling. If they feel like they cannot be in the same space and this is their own way of getting closure. Some people's way of getting closure is just separating yourself, like just being apart. So if this is their way of getting closure, then that's fine. So I don't expect them to, come back as friends and stuff. She said she took her apology back, but she crossed the line. Let me just go down so I don't like extend this. Erica don't have messages, but hatred for Laycon, which he had passed her level. Laycon is Mr. Intelligent and have many fishes to fry. She tried to kiss Laycon more than once, so let Erica. Oh, I think there was only one incident at the party. I don't think there was any other part where she was trying to do anything. But Laycon is pretty boy. He's just a good person. So, so to me, Erica has not even learned from a mistake. Da 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 da. So yeah, that's just it. Erica, Laycon, what do you guys think? Do you think that they should reconcile? Would you like to see them come together to sort their issues? Just let me know whether you would like to see them sort their issues. And if you've not liked this video, please do like this video. Would you like to see Laycon and Erica sort their issues? Then the last thing that happened in tonight's reunion was Ibuka asking them about like the fans, that what they think about fans and their toxicity. So all of them just give their views and how fans sometimes can dictate what they do. Some said they don't listen to fans. Like V said, she doesn't care about the fans' opinion. That she just does what she wants. T-Bag said sometimes she can engage with the fans. Sometimes she just likes to engage in the basketballs. Wathoni said that they dictated that sometimes they actually dictate what people do. Then Katrina talked about her tattoo incident. I don't know if you guys remember the incident where somebody drew tattoo. I mean, somebody she mentioned on her Twitter page that somebody should come and tattoo her on their body, and somebody did. And there was just a back and forth. But according to Katrina, she was joking. It was just cruise, and she didn't expect somebody to do that. So Abdul Wasil, you're saying, says yes, it's good for them to settle their issues. Actually, if they can settle, fine. I'll be very happy because I actually like both of them. I like Erika, I like Laycon. They are different in their own ways. So, but yeah, I beg let them go their separate ways. And if they are cool. Frank, there's no need for reconciliation. Erika's vibe in on the same level with that guy. I beg, no need, Jerry. Okay. I would prefer they keep their space, Jerry. Erica is not ready to reconcile, so I beg me she day her day. Okay. While reconciling, man got to make money, not reconciling with Miss Barnett. No time for that. From well protected. And then Sayo Kamara. All Laycon should be more passionate about is his career and fans and nothing more. So yeah, I think they should reconcile regardless. Ajah Charles. Yeah, I think for me, if they can reconcile, fine. If they can't, whatever they choose to do, they should do. But I'm fine with either of them. If they decide not to talk, fine. If they want to talk, fine. But so thanks for watching, guys, and I'm going to see you guys in my next video. Bye. Bye, guys. This is where I'm going to. Let me not make this video too long. Let me just end it here. Okay. Thanks.